What is going on, guys? Spazmattic here, back inside Destiny, and today I'm going to bring you guys a review of slash build setup, whatever you want to call it, for the Voidwalker, for the Warlock, the subclass Voidwalker. So you guys already know what that is, and I want to do this video just because I haven't done a Voidwalker class setup build in literally over a year and a half. I think my last upload was like in August of 2015, so that was a really long time ago, and I think that was like. I was like before Taken King came out, I'm pretty sure. I think that's before Taken King came out. But I want to do one now because it is about 3 months since Rise of Iron's been out, and stuff has changed kind of, but not for the Voidwalker. Really not that much of changes for the Voidwalker, but it is, in my opinion, probably one of the most balanced subclasses inside of Destiny, which is why it doesn't get much changes, because it is a pretty good subclass overall, and it is probably one of my favorite to use inside of Destiny. But I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit of an updated review on it because I just want to put up a video, because I haven't done an updated video of the Voidwalker in, like I said, in over like a year and a half. So I did the Night Stalker and the Blade Dancer for Rise of Iron, and I'll be doing the Voidwalker now. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you guys do, be sure to drop a like on the video, and let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off with the subclass itself. I'm gonna go over the perks and stuff like that first. So for the grenade, I like to run the Axion Bolt, probably one of the best grenades in the game, in my opinion, as well. But Axion Bolt's really good. If you got the scatter grenades with the Nothing Manacles, that's also a really good choice to run with, but I'm always using the Axion Bolt. For the jump, I like to use Focus Burst because I can get to places quicker. It's just better because you can like literally kind of like Titan Skate-esque thing, I guess. It's really good. I recommend Focus Burst over Control or Blink, because Blink is kind of meh, but still you get decent recovery, but I still like Focus Burst over the other two. For the super, I like to run Vortex. Nova Bomb creates a vortex which continually damages enemies trapped inside, so it's pretty good. Nova Bomb for the super really doesn't matter. I've seen people use all three of these. Shatter I've seen a lot, actually. Lance is not too bad if you don't want to like Nova Bomb across the map or something like that, snipe people with it. Really not that bad of a choice, but I usually run Vortex. In my opinion, I think it's the best option. For the melee, I like to use Lifesteal. Damaging an enemy with energy drain immediately restores a significant portion of your health. So basically, if you melee somebody, you don't even have to kill them. You just melee someone and you gain some health back. So pretty good. Probably one of the better melees in the game. It's kind of broken in my opinion, but still really good choice to run with. Surge is pretty good. Damaging an enemy with energy drain increases weapon and movement speed. Also a pretty good choice. And Soul Rip is kind of meh. Just damaging an enemy reduces the cooldown of Nova Bomb. But Lifesteal, in my opinion, is the best option for this. For the armor, recovery, and agility, I like to run as much armor as I can with as much recovery as I can. So as you can tell, that would probably be Arcane Spirit and Divine Order. You guys can reach max armor and max recovery, I think, for whatever the max is for the Warlock. For the Voidwalker, you can reach on this class. So I know Arcane Force, I think I used to run this for a little bit, but I realized with how much recovery you get with the Warlock, it's literally insane how fast you can start recovering your health. So I like to run Arcane Spirit and Divine Order, especially with low agility. It's really not that big of a deal because they got Focus Burst, stuff like that. They really don't see that big of a difference with agility. But for the middle column here, I like to run Annihilate. Increases the size of explosions created by Nova Bomb and grenades. Pretty good for the Nova Bomb. Really isn't that good of a column, to be honest, because you can have Angry Magic if you want your Nova Bomb to track enemies, but you gain armor, less agility. I never really realized that. But Hunger increases the duration of energy drain effect. Pretty good as well, but again, I like to run Annihilate because if I somewhat mess up my Nova Bomb, if I don't have Annihilate on, it probably won't kill the person, but the explosion created by the Nova Bomb will be greater, so that will be pretty good to run with. For the last column here, literally you could run anything in this column. They're all really good choices. I like to run Vortex Mastery because I get to increase the range of my Axiom Bolt Seekers, and the duration of Vortex increases from my Nova Bomb and the Vortex Grenade. Because I run Vortex and my Nova Bomb, this will last longer. I know the Vortex Grenade is also buffed with this Vortex Mastery, but increases the range of Axiom Bolts. Axiom Bolts are really good grenades inside of like threes or Trials of Osiris, especially because it can change like the map positioning of your team and stuff. If you want to get a res on someone, the enemy will move away because they don't want to get hit by the Axiom Bolt, stuff like that. But in my opinion, I like to run Vortex Mastery. Bloom is really good. Embrace the Void is also a pretty good choice to run with as well. But for last column, you can literally run whatever you wanted. And I just like to run Vortex Mastery because I like to run Vortex when Nova Bomb, and I like to run Axion Bolts. But this is totally, I want to do this again. This is totally my opinion. I'm not forcing you guys to run any of this stuff. I just think this is the best setup for me. I have the most success whenever I'm running a Voidwalker instead of Destiny with this build. So I'm going to start off with the weapons now. This is kind of self-explanatory. Clever Dragon, I got this from Iron Banner, obviously. The only downside is I got the vendor roll, so I do not have high caliber rounds, but I do got brace frame, counterbalance, and the iron red dots, so that's not bad there. For the secondary, I like to run my Matador with reinforced, aggressive, spray and play, and rangefinder. Really good shotgun, probably one of the better ones inside of Destiny. For the heavy, I like to run a Thunderlord if I'm playing sixes or something like that. If I'm playing trials, I'll probably run like the Gallahorn or something like that. But Thunderlords are really good, probably one of the better machine guns inside of Destiny overall. For my Ghost, I got the Sugary Shell. Pretty decent. It's almost a max roll. It's 33-23. It's 2 off for max roll, so it's not too bad. But it helps me reach tier 5 intellect, tier 5 discipline, and I also got tier 1 strength, so it doesn't really matter. I aim for tier 11, don't really care about tier 12 too much. But for my armor, I got the Blind Jackal Mask. I think this is from Trials of Osiris before Rise of Iron came out, so I think, because I know this one, the Cobra's Vigil Hood, is like the current Trials helmet for the Warlock, and I think this is before that. So this is pretty good. It's got intellect, discipline. I'm really not too sure about like the max rolls for the armor, but I don't really care because I already got tier 11, so I'm good with that. But this got game bonus super energy from reviving others, game bonus melee energy on orb pickup. Pretty decent. Really good for trials. If I'm getting revives and stuff like that, help me get closer to my Nova Bomb. For the gauntlets, obviously you guys already know what this is. Probably the best gauntlets inside of Destiny in my opinion. The Ophidian aspects. You gain quick draw, enemy weapons reload quickly, they ready quickly, improved energy drain. Just one of the better gauntlets in the game. Probably the best exotic in the game, to be honest, for the Warlock, especially because with how good Warlocks already are, they get quick draw now, which is pretty insane. But plus you also get increased melee attack speed and grenade throw distance, so that's really good. For the chest piece, I like to run the Bindcaster. Intellect discipline, increased amount of sniper ammo. I know it's not shotgun, even though I usually shotgun, but still, it's really good because it got increased armor when using a Void Plate subclass. Probably, I think it's the only chest piece I got other than the Void Fang vestments, but that's also a sniper rifle, and it's not 385 either, but or 400. I mean, it is 385. But if I ever do get a Void-based subclass chest piece with shotgun, I'll probably be running that instead of this. For my boots, I got the Wing Sun boots. I think this is also from Trials of Osiris. Really good boots, increased amount of machine gun ammo whenever I'm using a Thunderlord. It's good for that. And I also got on respawn weapon and movement speeds are greatly increased. Probably one of the best perks you can get on on boots. Second Wind is really good. Highly recommend it. If you guys get the chance at using that perk, definitely use it. It's really good. For my bond, I like to use my Age to Come. This is the exotic New Monarchy bond you guys can get from hitting rank 25, I'm pretty sure, and completing that quest line that whatever his name is, Hideo, does give you inside the tower. Pretty good because it's discipline strength, helps you reach tier 1 strength on my Warlock. With it's also a max roll too, 25-35, so that's pretty cool there. For my artifact, I like to run the Memory of Perun. I'm only running this just because it is like one of the only artifacts that I got with intellect discipline. So if I had like a Galleon or Yolder or Cinemar or whatever the other ones are with intellect discipline, I'd probably be running those instead of the Perun, because Perun really isn't the greatest. It just highlights enemies when they're low health or with full super. So it's not terrible, but it's there. Helps me reach tier 5 intellect discipline just because of the intellect discipline roll on the Memory Perun. So overall, pretty good subclass. I like it. It's not too bad of an artifact either. But overall, the Voidwalker is probably one of my favorite subclasses inside of Destiny. Probably my most used right now, other than the Striker Titan, which I'll probably be doing a review of that updated build soon too as well. But this is the Voidwalker. Finally did a updated review on it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm not forcing you guys to use any of this. This is totally my recommendations. It's the best, what for me at least. I like it a lot. I enjoy it a lot whenever I play Destiny inside the Crucible or even PvE. Really fun to use, and I highly recommend testing it out if you guys want to give it a shot. But if you guys got any other good recommendations for me, be sure to comment that down below. Be sure to check out what you guys think about the Voidwalker. And overall, I think it is probably one of the most balanced subclasses inside of Destiny. So this is it, the review of the Voidwalker subclass inside of Destiny from Spazmattic. If you guys enjoyed this review, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later back inside Destiny. Peace.